Hi, I'm Jessica Woll, family law and divorce attorney and the author of The Wise Divorce. Today on The Wise Divorce, I'm going to talk to you about how to co-parent more effectively once your divorce is finalized. Okay, so think about it. You finally are divorced and you went through a pretty difficult experience, most likely, where there's a lot of unknowns and probably a lot of fear on your part because of those unknowns, right? Until things are settled, things are up in the air. You don't always have control over every decision when it comes to your children or about your finances. But once your divorce is final, you have closure there. You have peace of mind. You know what your parenting schedule looks like. You know what your finances look like. You can take a deep breath, give a sigh of relief, and look forward to the next chapter in your life. So I'm here to talk to you about how to make that next chapter maybe more effective for yourself and your children and your ex, because that's the goal, right? Bringing healthy, happy children forward in the world as they approach being adults and hopefully having great childhoods, depending on how young your children are. So for all the ages, right, from infancy through adulthood. The advice I'm going to give you today applies to all of those categories. So the first thing I would say is, now that you're divorced, keep your cool. You're dealing with your ex. You're coordinating maybe some parenting time issues or extracurriculars or vacation or maybe, maybe something where a child needs extra help with math or science or something, and you have to actually get on the same page with your ex. Think about what your ex has done in the past that has really set you off. You know that person really well. You're married to him, right? Now you're not anymore, so let's try a new approach. So think about what has enraged you, and you've gone from, let's say, 0 to 60 very quickly because of the response that you're used to getting from, your ex on certain topics. What I want you to do is keep your cool, right? Give yourself time to think about a different approach. The 24-hour rule is a nice time to apply here to the situation so that you can keep your cool, because in the heat of the moment, you're not going to be able to do that. You really need to take a deep breath, like I said, and pick your battles. Just try a different approach. See if it works. Try to make that a habit. Also try to think of your ex's strengths and really play upon those. How do they complement you, right? So during your marital partnership, I'm sure a division of labor, and there's certain things that you do better than your ex did and vice versa. So really play on the strengths that you have and the strengths that your ex has in helping to keep your cool and to make a smoother transition into being divorced co-parents. Okay? Next, I really want everyone to understand that you get what you give. Okay? So try to really put yourself in a mindset where you're being kind at all times, that you're being loving, that you're putting positive energy into the world. Get rid of all the toxicity. We've been talking about that on my channel for a long time, right? Get rid of the people that don't serve you anymore, that bring you down, that do not bring the best out in you, and be the model that you want to be. Be a role model for your ex, and most importantly, for your children. So always try to think of the most positive experiences. And and I'll say this again, I've said this before on my channel, I like if you can think about the things that are most positive about your ex and really try to focus on those things and enhance those positive things for the benefit of your children. Now, if I'm saying that you're going to get what you give, because I do believe what we put out there into the ether, into the energy we focus on is what we get back. I promise you, if you do this and you really try to stay positive, don't speak ill about your ex, surround yourself with loving, supporting people, support and love your children, keep your personal adult business to yourself, do not put your issues on your children, you will see huge improvements, not only in yourself, but in your ex-spouse. So playing upon that, I would also say that you should always strive to be the best version of yourself. So think about role models that you want to emulate. Think about divorces that you think look good post-divorce with regard to co-parenting. I bet you the parents that you see that still sit together at sporting events for their children have more healthy, well-adjusted children, right? You want the same thing. Look at Gwyneth Paltrow and, Chris Martin. They did conscious uncoupling. Try to do that, and read about it, learn about it if you need to keep yourself on track to stay in that mindset for your children. I wish you all the best of luck in the next chapter of your life. I hope it's peaceful and joyous and full of love for you and your family. Thank you, and I'll see you again on The Wise Divorce.